Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Wish you could see the dance I was doing.
I wish you could see.
When are we gonna do video? I don't know, Jerry.
I don't know when we're gonna do video.
Wait, don't we usually yell at Terry? By the way, not even 30
Fuck
seconds.
you, Terry.
Dang it, man.
I just said fuck it. Hi, I'm Tyler.
The kid can hear you, probably.
Oh. Did you turn it up on this?
Oh, wait, no, it's getting a little late. We're recording a little bit later,
Yeah,
so he's
so
going to be going to bed.
Shush.
Well, I'm just saying.
Listen, you.
First of all, I was trying my
Don't
darndest.
bullshit me. Where's your...
Fuck you.
Unprepared.
You made me
like
do
a
this.
motherfucker. Okay, you get...
Well, I've been grinding... I've been grinding into dust at my job.
Grinding tax forms and fucking loopholes and shit.
Yeah. Look, I'm tired.
Making
And that's-
money,
and I'm
over
Jake.
fist
And
for
that's
the
Tyler.
man. Where are my benefits, motherfucking shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So don't bullshit me. Is your phone turned up? Start there. Start. Jesus H Christ.
It's not even. The Bluetooth isn't even on.
You fucking.
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
Oh Christ.
Start over. Danish Farina. We should get some Farina drops.
Is this dummy number 1? Put dummy number 2 on the phone.
All right. You do that every time we talk about him. He's
Sydney,
tough.
Sydney, if you say one more fucking word, I'm gonna get up and bury this
Time
fucking
out.
phone.
Wasn't he
in
really
here.
a cop or something like that?
He was a cop in Chicago for a while.
God, because you could tell. It's a thick Chicago.
His first show was called Crime Story on NBC. It was a Michael Mann produced television show about mobsters and cops in the 50s. And it was really, really cool. I've watched it since. It's not as good as it seemed like we thought it. I don't know. But
fuck you.
Nice. He had dark hair, so he didn't have his... I think most people recognize
I only
him.
recognize him with the gray hair.
Right,
Yeah.
but he had dark hair, and he was younger. He was probably like... that's a good question when he stopped. I'm sure he was a cop for at least like 10 years.
I feel like if Spider-Man were in Chicago, he would be J. Jonah Jameson.
Listen here, pal. You think I want pictures of that goddamn wall crawler.
Listen.
I'll bury this fucking phone in your fucking head.
Listen here. All right, I need pictures of that red and blue tight wearing weirdo.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Get
out there.
Get out there and make sure you bring me a couple of bratwurst on the way back. What? Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to see.
Can we start the show, please?
Cubs play. Cubs.
Episode 224, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to just jump into it?
Fuck yeah.
It's a long box.
I like to think that there's a statistic out there for people.
Talk about anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what?
I don't know what we're doing.
You were about to say something.
I'm just saying, I want to know if there's a statistic of people that like freak out every time we play that drop.
What the hell? Is my fucking hearing? Am I tripping again?
Am I on shrooms?
Again? Usually it's again.
If I were to describe, like, I've never done ayahuasca, but that's how I imagine it would be. That drop. Weird sounds. You know, it'd be like,
yeah. Maybe just take a hit or two. Not too many. I've got to drive later.
I freaked myself out. I turned it off.
Well, all of a sudden we were looking deep into each other's eyes.
I got into the void, and I did not like it.
I got into... sorry. I can't fucking help it.
I'll start this time.
Oh, will ya?
Because we didn't do one last week. And we reset, so yeah.
And I'm king shit of
this
fuck
is my
mountain.
house.
Hey, I'm the one with the computer.
So I've been spending a good amount of time playing some Borderlands 4. I don't think I haven't finished every Borderlands game, but I have definitely played a significant amount of every Borderlands game.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna pretend the game doesn't have flaws, but it's very much like that's kind of just the state of video games right now. Where a $70 game that has performance issues that are just ridiculous, and a game where you look at it graphically and it excuse me.
God.
You look at a game like that
Blow
graphically,
your nose.
it shouldn't have the issues it does on PC, where like people with the highest end PC, they can't play it. And look, Randy Pitchford is not the way that he's been he's the CEO of Gearbox, who they're the publisher, or they're the developer of the game. The way he's handled this release and how it like the performance issues with the game has just been like sad. Honestly, it's like, dude,
Well,
take a break from Twitter for 5
I don't know
seconds.
if you're aware, but they don't have to give a shit because you're all buying
yeah.
this bullshit.
I'm part of the
everywhere.
problem. I know.
No,
but
I'm just saying, like,
no,
we,
yeah.
You
You have to vote with your wallet. That's
We
the
all
best.
did this to ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Well, we didn't have much of a choice. We
Did we?
live in a capitalistic world.
Yeah, how do you make money now? You get famous on Twitter.
I get it. There's a lot
or
worse.
TikTok.
I get it. I understand. There are a lot worse things in the world. I'm just saying that I understand why people don't want to pay for at this price at this time, and why people don't, are upset with the game.
Fuck you, man.
I think all criticisms are valid. I will say this though, my experience with the game, I have overall enjoyed it. I've had a few crash outs at the game, but that's just me, not having
being
skills,
a douchebag.
not being a good gamer, dude.
You suck.
No, but it's not. The Borderlands games are not complex. It's a pretty basic plot, some ridiculous characters, a lot of crazy, absurd, over the top violence and guns and loot, and it's enjoyable. And look, to be honest, it's a great, and I know people that have this experience. This is my experience. Because it's split screen co-op, I have played a lot of it with my wife, and it's been fun because it's a thing you can do with your significant other. So from that aspect, I've really enjoyed it. And I really like. It is funny though when I've played enough games, especially with my wife, where she can call it out and I can understand it. I always like playing the tank character. I just like punching things and just getting in there and taking stuff out and just throwing myself at things. Almost like that's kind of my personality. But anyway, like the tank character is fun. And one thing I love about this game, and I love it I just love it in general when an RPG lets you easily respec your character and change up your skill trees and abilities. And excuse me, I need to clear my throat. I've had experience in this game where I started to play as one skill tree and I really liked it, but I just felt like there was I don't know, there was something missing in the gameplay where when I had enough money. I had plenty of money at this point, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go and respec. I go respec my character, go a completely different skill tree, and now I'm having a lot more fun with it. And I'm like, oh, this is so much better. And the fun thing about a game like this is there's a lot of experimentation. The whole part of the game and the whole fun of it is of how you can maximize a build and how you can constantly mix and match builds and styles and action skills and things like that. And the I don't even know, the 10 or so hours I've played so far of it with my wife, I've really enjoyed. I'm probably going to stick around for a while. I don't know if I'm going to buy the DLC or anything like that, or if I do, I'm probably going to buy it on sale. But overall, I'm having a good time with it. So yeah, that's how I feel about Borderlands 4.
That's how I feel. That's good. I'm really excited for you.
You want to talk about your shit?
So I buy comic books.
You don't say.
You don't say. Once a week, and I go in there, and I have the way that I pretty much the original 3 Absolute titles are really the only ones that I buy on a regular basis, an ongoing series. Mortal Thor is now on my pull list. Maybe Fantastic Four also because I've been liking that comic book. What are you laughing at? Fuckface.
No,
Sorry, I don't know why
because
it's so mean.
no, we'll talk about it later.
Fuckface.
We'll talk about Moral Thor later.
Oh yeah, we are. So I basically go back before I get my pull list. I go back and I look at all the books and I see if there's anything that interests me. And yeah, I go for number ones because I want to jump on board at the first story arc, the first part of the story arc, whatever it is. Yeah, I actually like it when comic books are like a new storyline starts here. Like, sweet, thank you. It's very helpful. But what I saw back there, and I think I had seen this before, is EC Comics. It's published by Oni Press, and it's called Cruel Universe, and it's right in the vein of all the EC comic books from like the 50s, and that's like Tales from the Crypt, Weird Science, Weird Fantasy, Two-Fisted Tales, Vault of Horror, The Haunt of Fear, like just these great fucking, they're just great comic books, and they're all these short stories, and so it's a comic called Cruel Universe, like I said. And I thought I would get it, and it's only $3.99, $4.99. Well, fuck you. It's an extra $1. But there's 3 stories in it, and I'm not gonna tell you too much about the stories because every one of them is no longer than like 12 page or than like 8 pages, and they all are quick. They all have an awesome twist. They're all got a moral allegory or a fable at the end of them. But really, the best thing about it is the last story deals with Wi-Fi and apps, and it's actually really good. It's called Worth It, and very Elon Musky, if you know what I mean. Fucking piece of shit. The point is that I have actually added Cruel Universe. It's volume 2, number 3. I've added it to my pull list because I want to make sure I never miss an issue. I think there's some other. If I'm not mistaken, too, there's like Cruel Universe. Yeah, there's also Outlaw Showdown, which looks really cool. And then there's one other 2 Cruel Kingdom, like fucking sword and sorcery type shit, dude. But it's like, you know what I mean. But it's also horror fantasy, right? And then there's Catacomb of Torment. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Interesting.
Look, I don't know, like
No, it's fun to
I urge you to
branch
read
out.
this because you will like this. I guarantee you'll be like, "Oh, cool. Like these stories are great. They're quick and they always have some sort of like, "Oh, what a twist," you know? And Shyamalan must have grew up reading a lot of those. But he failed to forget that the writing is still important. Along with the twist. If your writing sucks balls, the twist doesn't fucking matter because I'm not going to start the story.
How dare you?
Also, you killed off Bruce Willis. Go to hell. In a fucking puddle. You fuck. All right. So...
Well, let's talk about Peacemaker.
All right. Oh. What?
Couple things. One, Tyler, you're wrong.
Okay.
As much as I think I probably enjoy the other theme song more, this one actually was the right move for James Gunn because apparently this has been like the trend right now is to take scenes from different movies and TV and then use that song into a Peacemaker. Like they're doing like the Peacemaker cold open, but it's like the Thunderbolts at the end of that movie.
Sure.
But it's the Oh Lord song underneath it. So you're wrong. It's a good song. People like it. And secondly,
just because a fucking song
this
has
season has been great, and you're wrong.
Horns.
You are so wrong. Look, I think. Look, if I would have stacked them up, I still probably would have enjoyed that first season. I'd say I probably enjoyed the first season a little bit more. However, I am really enjoying this season because it is carried by John Cena. John Cena's performance throughout this has been great, and it's the subtleties He gets his big emotional moment.
I'm never going to call out any of the acting in the show. Let me just be clear.
Oh, the cast is great. The cast is phenomenal.
I have no problem with that.
And we'll kind of just jump straight to. Well, yeah, we're gonna jump around and jump to spoilers.
The funniest part of this show, funniest part
the
of this
opening
episode
was so
clearly
funny.
was. How did I miss that?
That was so good.
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
How did I miss that?
Fuck, how did I miss that? Like it's just this giant Hitler
yeah.
film.
But here's the thing. First things first. Like, what are we doing? Like, we're not even. We're not even. No. I'm gonna.
You always do this.
What?
You always filibuster me with your array. What are you mad about? Honestly.
What was the point of it?
Point of what?
So what if it's in the comics? What was the point of going to that other dimension to end up Vigilante just randomly killing his dad, which is not funny, by the way. I don't know why you think that you need to like kill a character or viciously maim them for laughs, James.
I don't think it was
okay,
comedic.
so what's the point of it?
I didn't think it was comedic, but
well, then what's the point of it? Like, it didn't have to happen. You're writing the show, James. Vigilante does not have to jump in. You can have a character go, hey, wait, Vig.
Time out.
Before he starts stabbing his dad, and then they almost kill the other dude, and now they've got a random dude in a random dimension who's coming after him at some point. When is that one going to be? When is that tease going to be,
first of all,
paid off?
Look, I will say this. I don't think he went far enough in this episode. I don't think he should have. He should have made it scarier. I think, and I think he should have pushed the envelope more in this world.
Sure.
And I think they should have shown like glimpses of the camps or something, or like really should have. I think it should have gone farther.
Yeah.
And I know that like.
That's another reason why I'm kind of like,
and I know,
why did we do this if you're not going to go there?
Let me fucking talk. Jesus. And you keep interrupting me.
I just was agreeing.
I know, but
you... Continue.
You...
Fuck off. Just go. I'm sorry.
I want to be clear, because I was trying to make a point, but I want to be clear. I don't think they should have shown the camps because I understand why they wouldn't, and I don't want that to be I don't want to sound insensitive or anything like that. I get the reasons why they wouldn't show that because of the actual atrocities that happened. So,
right? No.
Yeah. But I think they should have shown. I just think he could have gone a little bit further to prove a point of like how bad this world really is.
Yeah, and how close we are to that world.
Because while he was doing what Verhoeven was doing and showing like on the surface this fascist world looks great, and one you could argue Adebayo getting chased and like the stuff with Judo Master was showing that enough, but I feel like there could have been more to show like how sinister and evil this world really is. And maybe we'll see it later. I don't know.
I love how the alt-right people are just exposing themselves by freaking out about the pool scene.
Yeah. Well, there's people...
How could you do that?
Well,
so you're basically telling all of us that you're alt-right and
but that's what I'm saying. They should have...
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he could have done more there because I think there's too much leeway for bad faith idiots like that who will try and say, well, why are the villains always the Nazis? Are they always going to make another story about the alt-right Nazis? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because it's the easiest thing because they're the villains.
If the fucking shoe fits right now, motherfucker.
They are real-life villains.
Yes. They are pieces of shit who wrap themselves up in patriotism and they do stuff like, hey, let's make sure the vets get like houses or whatever. But they're really just giant pieces of shit and mercenaries fucking holding out for the fucking highest fucking amount of money, dude. And they'll say whatever the fuck that corporation tells them to. They have no morals, no moral center. All they're out for is money and power. And that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's un-fucking American, god fucking damn it. I know people would actually say, actually, that's very American. I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of right. No, let's be
honest.
honest.
Okay.
Be honest.
All right.
Anyway.
And then secondly, to bring it back, what was the point? The point was that Chris was, as much as Chris wanted to have a family, he's never going to get that.
So it's a monkey's paw type of...
Yeah, is what I took from it.
Okay.
Was what I took from this.
Fair.
Because at the end of it, when we get, because again we're gonna jump around. At the end of this, when they're and again you're seeing it from Chris's perspective, where they're maiming his brother, and he lets us this guttural scream, not of rage, not of anything other than just pure terror of like he is reliving his trauma, and and I think that moment perfectly sums it up that they did that, and they had. Here's the problem of it: they had to do that to stop him from. They had to stop him from getting to Chris and killing all of them because he was gonna kill Chris.
Yeah.
But did they need to take it to that level? And did it need to get that? And so it's kind of playing with those themes.
How many episodes do we have left?
This is the last one. This one coming up next week is the finale. I think that the whole point of this was discovering that Chris. I don't know. Again, it's the monkey's paw thing of like it's that thing of like you belong where you are. It's that thing of like as much as you want to yearn for something else, you belong in this world, and there's still a chance for you. Because there's some other things where people are like, this Chris wasn't a good Chris, but the thing that gets me is the whole Augie trying to say he's not a Nazi, which again he's full of shit because. While he could say he's not a Nazi and he can be a loving father to his son and to Chris, and that's not what Chris had. His son, even if he's like, I'm not a Nazi, his son clearly is because his son yelled about a black person, was trying to throw him in a camp.
Yeah.
And, it's the thing of like, well, what are you really doing, Augie, to make anything better? It's like, you just killed all those cops. Oh, they aren't innocent. They're dirty cops. It's like, yeah, but you still murdered them. They didn't get that choice. So he, even he's playing with that idea of like, he's still not a good person.
Let's fucking talk about that. They're on their way out. They're leaving. And Chris inexplicably drives the Patriots, the Peacemaker cycle, into this clearing where he's fucking suddenly surrounded. They're on a road going away. And I don't know why he pulls over. Is it so that they can find him? He doesn't know they're coming to save his ass. So why does he pull over and get surrounded by cops and almost get killed? What is that?
They were closing, like if I remember, they were
just driving
forcing him. They were coming up on him though. They were coming from behind. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were getting.
There are a lot of holes in his story, and I don't.
Oh, I agree. That was pretty obvious what was happening there. I was like, oh, we're going to just go in this big open space. I wonder if there's going to be a shootout.
To me, it's I don't want to say it's one note, okay? But the longer that if it had been one season and then Peacemaker shows up as a cameo and other shit, like forever or whatever, like that would have been fine for me. Because I honestly am sitting here with second season almost done, and I'm like, I don't feel like I'm changed at all from this art that I've watched. And I don't see that this art is much different or better, or I mean, it's kind of like it's not the same thing, but it's the same kind of joke and the same kind of humor and the same kind of like, oh, unexpected violence, ha ha ha. And it's like, yeah, that's not it. After a while it gets old. After a while it gets fucking old, man. It gets really old. And that's kind of where I'm at.
I'm enjoying it.
James Gunn is kind of just a one-note guy.
You didn't feel anything from that
violence.
scene? You didn't feel anything?
No, because it was unexpected violence again. It was just a bunch of violence. And I'm like, what the... Okay, let's kill fucking his dad.
I think the funny thing about... The only humor I got from it was like, oh, wow, Vigilante will just kill this guy in every universe. Because he did the same thing. It's a callback to the first season because he stabs him the same way in the first season. He doesn't kill him, but he stabs him and he goes, there's holes in the armor, remember? So when he was doing, like, it was a callback to that, I think. Like, again, I don't know. I get a lot of TikToks that I don't know. I'm like, maybe he's not being that clever. I think he's just trying to say he kills him. I don't know. I have no fucking idea what they're gonna do in that. What he's gonna do in that last episode. He says it's gonna be the craziest. And
so they drop him off and they give him the thing. And what happens again at the end of the movie?
Argus takes him into custody.
Yeah.
And so what they're alluding to in the next episode is they're gonna keep opening the doors. Like they're gonna explore the doors.
God, of course.
So then,
because it's a stable door. By the way, no. Can we talk about the best part of the show was after the credits? Listen, since I got some freedom, I have been off of Pornhub for a long time.
yeah.
And I'm gonna grease up. Listen, I'm warning you. That was awesome.
Yeah. That guy from Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I almost wish this would have. I could. Okay. Would you be as frustrated if this were an Argus show?
An Argus show?
Yeah. Like this weren't Peacemaker's involved in it. Like it's a big thing about chasing Peacemaker, but it's a show following Rick Flag.
I'm just the longer it goes on, the more I'm questioning the whole DC gods and monsters. Like
it's because you can't handle it, dude. You got too much Marvel in your blood.
Trying for a long time to figure out how do I kick off the DCU? How do I do this? How do I do this? Oh, I get it.
Fuck you.
I just saw this movie with Brendan Fraser and Ian McKellen called Gods and Monsters. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
I just saw that movie.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
With Ian McKellen and Brendan Fraser called Gods and Monsters. And even though it has nothing to do with the comics, I'm going to call Phase 1 of the DCU Gods and Monsters.
Don't do that.
Are you fucking done, you big baby?
I don't believe in you, James.
You're big.
I don't believe in you
know what
anymore.
you are? You are a fucking Marvel shill. That's
You
what
know
you
what you
are.
are? You are the jungle, baby.
So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right?
Yeah, you're confused. So am I.
You're confusing so bad.
I was just trying to find an Arnold drop, and I did not mean to.
Right. Here's final thing. Do I
ballsy.
You have way too much Arnold on there. Oh my god. Do I like this show?
No, tell me what you're gonna say, because I know what I'm gonna say right back to you, and it's this.
You are the motherfucking Antichrist.
There, is that better? I got some Paul Giamatti.
As far as it goes, like I'm gonna watch it, even
but
if
I'm not gonna like it.
No, I'm gonna watch it. Even if we weren't doing it for the show, I'd probably watch it. I do enjoy. It's the kind of stuff that's right up my alley, right? Like
it's just not what you wanted for Peacemaker. I feel like.
To be honest, I want.
That's what I was getting
want an evolution, and to be really honest, after 3 fucking Guardians movies, a Superman movie, and a season and almost 2 of Peacemaker, and fucking Creature Commandos, I've just about had it. I've just about said, like, where is the evolution as a storyteller? Superman was a huge leap forward for me, in terms of his storytelling.
So you want more of him doing like Superman and Man of Tomorrow?
I just want him to evolve as a creator, and if he
doesn't need to do
that.
I
understand, and he said Peacemaker's great because it gets me back to my roots, and it's where I can really cut loose. Because obviously Superman, you can't have, right? He said that, right? And I get that. And if that's the case, if he's just having fun, then who the fuck am I to say that? It's not that I'm not enjoying it. It's just, to me, you know what it is? It's watching fucking, it's being so enamored of the country I live in and watching it fall short of its expectations. It's watching James Gunn with all that potential and continuing to use dick jokes and fucking unexpected violence for bullshit laughs when he's capable of so much more. We saw it with Superman. Okay?
I'm just saying, you just don't want to do the edgy shit.
Maybe not. I mean, I love Gen V. That's fucking just as sexual and unexpected violence as James Gunn. But for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's because the themes are more... I don't know if the themes just resonate more with me. I don't know.
So I think I would have...
You pushed me to it, man.
I would have preferred this be an Argus show that had Peacemaker in it. because
That might actually...
while it very much does have great character moments with John Cena as and Chris's character has good character moments, but to me it just feels like I think your frustration is that some people's frustrations they have with Superman that I don't think you and I had, but I think you're having with this. There's too many cooks in this season, and I feel like I said at the beginning of the season and how I probably was going to feel, and while I have enjoyed the episodes, I do have a little bit of, we're going up to this finale, and I'm looking at the finale, and I'm like, for a fucking show called Peacemaker, there's an awful lot of Peacemaker in this shit. And I'm like, maybe he'll be in it more in the episode when we actually see it. But I'm just saying, I feel like there's too many things he's trying to do with a show that should just be about Peacemaker. And if he wanted to do what we did with this, again, I feel like he could have had it be about Argus and all that shit. Do that fucking Waller shit you wanted to do, and then lead it into Peacemaker. Or have Peacemaker be in it.
Do you remember the comic book from this summer? The Peacemaker,
Yeah.
the Vigilante Eagle,
Something
whatever.
like that was fine.
To be honest, I would have rather seen that filmed than what we're watching now.
And I don't mind him going to a parallel universe or whatever and then coming back or like, because you had that thing in the first season. So I understand wanting to use that in the second season and do stuff with that. But like, it's like I said at the beginning, I just feel like because he said publicly, like, this is his favorite thing he's ever done because this is like his baby, from Inception, from the Suicide Squad to this, like all of it. And I get it. But I just would have liked more because John Cena's performance is so damn good. I wanted more of him.
We don't see enough of him.
I don't feel like we do in a
Right.
show fucking called Peacemaker. So if there
Fucking...
if there are criticisms to have, I think that's one of them for me. And again, I have enjoyed every episode. I think every episode has been very funny and enjoyable. But I just feel like I needed more. I need more Chris and I need more Peacemaker, and I don't feel like we're getting it. And I feel like he's just using this as a way to set up more stuff in the DCU, which I know that's what he was saying, but I didn't expect it to just be this much.
Well,
but who knows? I could be completely wrong, and it's all about Chris the next episode, and a little bit about the other universes. I don't know.
well, we just talked about Gen V a little bit.
Time out. Before we get to Gen V, another thing, real quick. Episodes are too fucking short. The episode should have
Haven't
been
they been
longer.
like a half an hour long
They're like
each?
35 minutes,
Yeah.
40 minutes. Like, come on.
Yeah. That, you know what? Yeah. There you go. Because you know what?
If each episode was a little bit, like 10 minutes longer, like 2 or 3 extra Chris scenes, I'd probably feel a little bit higher.
We would already be back from the alternate universe. Let's move on to Gen V. I am just, every time I watch the show, I love Little Cricket so much. Every character, I think the brilliance and genius of this show is that they somehow are able to write these characters with always holding a little bit back to the point where they can always surprise you with these characters, right?
Yeah.
Where Kate is surprised by Little Cricket coming to save her, right? And then Kate surprises us by being stronger than she normally is, pulling out a staple out of her. You know what I mean?
And picking a lock, yeah.
Like there's moments, Marie realizing that they have her sister.
Yeah.
Like moments like that, like that's to me the best part about this show is that they've been able to write these characters in such a way that they can always. Oh yeah, well fucking you were hey check you were wrong about this, whatever.
Keep snapping, girlfriend.
Keep snapping along. Keep snapping along. Snapping. Cypher continues to be scary as fuck.
Yeah, that was a good scene with
Polarity.
Yeah, Polarity. That was really good.
That was scary. But honestly, every time he's on screen, you're just like, who's he gonna kill?
Yeah, he's a really good villain.
Yes.
He's
only been in like one other thing that I remember.
He's fucking the smartest woman alive.
Yes.
Remember.
It was so good to see Sage again.
Sage, that's who it was.
It was so good to see her again because she is probably about one of the most twisted characters in that show, and most of it is because she's so smart.
Yeah, and she's
She's
actually
so
with
smart.
someone who is as smart as she is.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we having a weird old dude watching this?
Yeah, what is
What
going
was
on
that
here?
about?
Yeah. And you know, did we really need to make up the junk? You know, clearly that guy, that actor is not that old. It's all makeup, right? Like the old
No.
skin, right? So why did we have to like make
cooked him.
why did we have to like, you know, do a bunch of stuff around his junk so that when he's naked we can see his old
'Cause we
junk?
gotta see a dick.
I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see more dicks.
More dick.
More dick. I need to see more dick. Please give me more dick, please.
What is that?
Give me more dick.
Sounds like sounds like
To me, Little Cricket's the star of the show.
Well, yeah, she like I said last time, she truly is like the heart and soul of the show. Even when I was on, I feel like she was in the right. I mean, yes, obviously the good thing would have been to save Kate, but I would have been like, she was right to be like, this is a trap. We shouldn't do this, and
It turns out to be.
yeah, it was. But I would have been her. I'd been like, no, fuck her. Kate put us there. Why should we give a shit? Yeah, that sucks that she fucked up, but she knew the risks. Like,
Well, to be really honest, I think it was that they were like, "Hey, we'll fight, but you can't send anybody to Elmira anymore," and they did, and he still did, and it was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you."
yeah.
I am
Well, somebody
just,
had to be punished.
I'm just so many moments in this show. I don't know why I don't see more of these actors other places. So many moments in the show, you're like, "Wow, that is just top notch." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the end scene where she's trying to save her sister
Yeah.
was just fucking tense. You know, the whole episode was just like one thing led to another, and it's like,
Here's the thing with that. So now we're just gonna say that she can bring people back from the dead by draining other people's blood.
no, she was what the way I took it was she was trying to use her power in a way she never has before, which is seal the cut and bring the blood back in before she died. I don't think she was dead yet. I think she was very close to exsanguination, which is bleeding to death.
Yeah.
But I think she was real close.
$10 words.
Talk about plot holes. How do you know they're gonna put their plan into motion and get there by? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Don't bullshit me.
What about the guy who got his eye stabbed out?
Whatever.
Did you think he was in on the plan?
I don't care.
He had a family.
But the way I took it was that she was trying to use her power in a way she'd never tried before, and everybody around her suffered because she didn't understand how to do it this way instead of, like channel it here. Right? Does that make sense? She didn't know how to channel it right into her sister and so that's why everybody else around her was affected because she was using her powers in such a way she'd never had before.
I don't like the idea that we now have a soup that could bring people back, potentially bring people back from the dead, because it's like, well, I understand it's not like she's
that's what I expect from somebody who loves Peacemaker. I was just the whole time I'm being.
I can never talk about Peacemaker.
Hang on a second,
because
hang
all
on.
you do is yell.
No, I'm
about
making
it,
fun
and
of
I don't
me.
have fun.
I'm making fun of me. I was just saying, like, the whole time I'm being effusive about fucking Gen V and just, oh, Gen V is the genius of this. I was just waiting for you to be like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Just go to hell, Tyler.
No, it's fine.
No.
I'm gonna be the better man here, and I just don't care. Like, okay, it's not that
I know.
I don't care for it. I mean, it's still a good episode, and I enjoyed it, and I like where the season's going. But it was, to me, like, I just don't, I worry about the implication that we have a character that could bring people back.
That's fair.
And I understand that she wasn't like, I think that there will be a narrative reason of like, well, she was just bleeding out, like you said, like she hadn't bled out yet, but there was enough blood for you to save her, But it's like
She wasn't bleeding.
it reminds me of force healing in Star Wars, and I'm like,
Yes,
go
okay.
fuck yourself. Is what I was thinking about that. Because now it's just, you got Deus Ex.
How about Franklin
Maria.
bringing back?
So anyway, I worry about that, but
in first steps?
yeah.
You're just like, fuck.
Fucking fake ass
Fucking-
baby.
Fucking fake ass.
CG fucking baby. Stupid. I'm still mad about that because it's for real. It was
Oh,
one
God.
shot.
I know.
Why is there a CG baby in one shot?
I don't give a shit. I still don't give a shit.
I do, and you need to. Oh, I'm mad about Peacemaker, but I love Gen V. Fuck you.
That's what I'm saying.
There, you better?
There you go.
You feel
there,
better?
buddy? There we are. Bring it back around.
I think Peacemaker's better. No, I'm kidding.
You're right.
No, I really don't have an opinion.
I feel like right now that I don't think I like Gen V better.
I don't either. I don't think I
don't-
have a one or the other.
I think we're about the same on Gen V, but I just don't like Peacemaker as much.
This
as
is
you
what
do.
this is what I love about the genre and why I think there isn't a fatigue in it, because you have these two shows that exist in the genre and both are trying to do
very similar,
but
story
very different and trying to achieve different goals.
I think.
But-
I think here's what I here. Let's for.
But we
just
did say that last week. Judge our time by the art we
for
presented.
right, but for a real quick moment, let me.
Knock the table.
They both use unexpected violence and nudity and sex, sexual content, drugs, swearing.
That dude
dark
in the other
dark
dude's
humor.
butthole.
I don't know why, but maybe it's because they don't use as much humor in Gen V. I don't know why, but like they
Gen
really
V has
they
satire,
really-
but it's more of a
they
drama.
really are starting from they're starting from the same place, but Peacemaker's like we're gonna go way farther over into comedy than we are anything else, even though we have these dramatic
and
elements.
Peacemaker has emotional moments. but
Maybe
it's
that's why I
yeah.
don't like it as much. Maybe, and that's kind of silly because I it doesn't matter to me, but I think maybe I don't know. I think that's why I like Gen V better, is because it's more, it takes itself more seriously. Maybe, I don't know, but I definitely like Gen V better. And when you look at the two shows, they're very, very similar. They're coming from a very similar place. The plots are very similar. The storytelling, hooks that they use are very similar.
But I still think they're trying to achieve a very similar, but I think both different in a way.
Sure.
Like very different.
But I'm seriously sitting here going like, why do
Well,
I
maybe
like one so much
maybe that's
better
why
than
if
the
you were to
other?
choose, maybe that's why. But
I don't know.
I don't, and I
But
don't.
it doesn't really make sense that I don't like Peacemaker. That much.
Look, let's. And I know.
Let's move on.
I think it's a sports thing, but
Is
stop.
it break time?
Stop comparing fucking everything. Stop comparing art like this because
Oh no.
no, and that's what I'm saying. That's we're not doing that. I was just making a joke because like
Yeah.
I am very much enjoying both shows, and I think that I am surprised because I knew I was going to enjoy Peacemaker, but I'm surprised that I enjoyed Gen V as much as I have.
Fucking Oreos are kicking my ass.
And props to them because I think they've handled the passing of that actor very well and found a way to. I still think they're still showing images of him and still honoring him, and like I think that there are like genuinely raw moments with characters when they talk about him and they think about it because it's a tragic story, and I think they've done a really good job of making that work in a narrative and respectfully writing him off the show, But like the scene where Cypher throws that in her face about being like, yeah, he died, or throwing that in Polarity's face where he's like, he died because he was weak and he couldn't do what I asked. And like, God, Cypher's so good in this show.
No, I'm not gonna eat that steak because you got your blood all over the knife. Gross.
You can eat it. I don't mind. Oh, also, why doesn't he eat anything? Why have we not really seen him eat?
Oh, there's more to Cypher than we know. Still,
Why is he not eating?
there's still more that we don't know.
Yeah.
I really do think the old guy is not his dad. It's the Godalkin.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's for the dude from the first scene. Thomas Godolkin.
What a fucking weird first scene. No, not my butthole. Before we move on to the books, comparing art like is not a ideal thing, and I will use one example till the day I die of why comparing art is so infantile and
I
stupid.
mean, it's fun, but we know it's not.
Right.
It's not.
I was
really
trying to
productive,
do it
right?
to point out that you know what, like I should like both shows very equally because they are both right up my alley. If one is, the other one should be too. Is kind of where I'm going.
Right.
But one is not, and anyway.
Right, and that's perfectly fine.
I had a friend once. It was probably after Foo Fighters' second album, and he was talking to me, and he's like, "I'm just never gonna like Foo Fighters." I'm like, "Why not?" And he's like, "Cause I fucking love Nirvana." And I'm just like, "Okay, well, first things first. Like, just because Dave Grohl is in both bands does not mean they're anything like each other. In fact." Nirvana was Kurt Cobain's baby, and Chris and Dave were along for the ride, and they added their own stuff and made Nirvana what it is.
Yeah,
with Kurt,
they were musicians. Yeah,
but Foo Fighters is all Dave, and Dave is party rock.
and yeah,
sorry,
it's a lot more poppy than
yes,
yeah.
So to compare the two is really stupid. I wanted to point that out because that's the example I always use.
And it's fun to do, but like we both know that like at the end of the day, it is all preference, so it doesn't really matter.
I know that I'm not dishonoring Kurt Cobain by liking Foo Fighters, if that makes sense.
And that's what I
right?
mean. As I've gotten older, I don't like, and it's important to have that conversation where it's like I don't think we need. Again, it's fun to have the conversation, but at the same day, it happened over the summer when it was the debate about Fantastic Four versus Superman. We had a discussion about it. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. You know why? Because I like both. They're both good. They're both fun, and we live in a world where you can enjoy both. Because at the end of the day, brand loyalty is silly.
At the end of the day,
you guys want to see Tyler booting up Peacemaker every week?
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering?
oddly enough, that's how I wake up every day.
Whip, swing,
Yep. Just right after that. All right. So, Mortal Thor #2. I'm actually enjoying this book so far.
I like an Al Ewing book. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah. Even though he's clearly smelling his own farts. Let's be honest. Real quick, there is the Infernal Hulk #1 coming out, which I kind of like.
Again,
I'm going to probably put that on my...
one of my favorite things about reading these issues is...
seeing all the ads.
Well, the ads for other books, and then me being like one of us is trying to gauge the other one's reaction.
Yeah.
So when I saw Infernal Hulk, I was like, ugh. And then, but you're like,
it's probably
but
dumb
you
as
responded
hell.
to me going like, well, I don't know, I was kind of looking into it. I don't know.
to be really honest, like the last couple Hulk series that I've read have been really, really good. Like they're tapping into an aspect of the Hulk, like the Immortal Hulk tapped into the horror aspect, which was fucking fantastic, dude. Just so good.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Al
Philip
Ewing.
Kennedy Johnson is going to do with it, but incredible, immortal, infernal Hulk falls to the forces of darkness in a new series this November. Okay.
Yeah. But so Mortal Thor #2 by Al Ewing and
So
who's the artist? Let me pull it up. I got it up here. Pasqual Ferry.
Pasqual Ferry. Matt Hollingsworth, color artist. VC's Joe Sabino.
Anyway, so #2 picks up after #1. So #1, he was getting hired to be a union. He doesn't know why he's here, and his name is Sigrid Jarlson.
Sigurd Jarlson, yep.
And
But he gets into a fight with those guys at the end.
The motorcycle gang, the Thunder Gods, who were running security for this corrupt Roxxon person who is trying to make him be a strike breaker.
Yep.
He said no, and they try to kill him. He goes to his neighbor. But here again, you notice the captions.
From Loki.
Are from Loki, the god of stories. Because we have to keep doing Loki and Thor. And that's the one aspect of this issue I didn't like. I just like... Because... It's a classic thing of like, well, we killed Thor, but now we're going to bring him back. But not quite yet. We're going to do the Mortal Thor. That being said, I did enjoy this issue. It's a good issue.
Yeah, he's
so he gets patched up.
He patches himself up, and he keeps saying like, "There's no need stitching a wound. This I know, but thank you." And he's like, "I don't know how I know this. I just know it." So he tells her the story about what happened with the guys, and he is again stitching himself up, And she's like, I know this is crazy, but I would need to borrow a drill, and this will sound strange, I know, but if you have some elastic, perhaps, or thin rope, like a bungee cord, and Loki's like, another piece coming together. And this is where, to be really honest, like, if you're going to change a character, if you're going to do like what if blah, 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 or da-da-da, right? Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to have to make it interesting to me. And Al, you might be smelling your own farts, but this was pretty cool. Where he puts the bungee cord on his hammer.
Oh, I loved that so
right?
much.
Isn't that cool?
It was a good... No, the whole sequence of him beating up the Thunder Gods.
He just goes to their thing and he just beats the shit out of him with his hammer. The part where the guy shoots at him and he throws it.
And it reflects... The bullet ricochets off the hammer and hits
kills
the guy
him, yeah.
and kills him, yeah.
So fucking
One guy,
cool.
he fucking throws the hammer into his head,
Yeah.
into his
Oh,
temple.
yeah.
I was like, good God.
There's a lot
some...
more violence in this.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And then he just beats the shit out of him and he says, "Hey, I will come back.
Bury your dead, choose a better life,
Yeah.
or I'll come back."
But then Roxxon, at the end, the guy who's running the Roxxon operation is talking to somebody and he's like, "Hey, I don't know, you're the head of the snake or whatever." And he's like, "You're right, I am. But he's like, I need help." He's like, in fact, I'm the entire serpent, but let's not stand on ceremony. Call me Blake."
Donald Blake?
Well, that's the inference, I think, because he's got a cane.
Yeah.
And Donald Blake famously had a limp. Next in the book, Roxxon Construction has a vigilante problem, but whoever this quote-unquote Thor is, they know he's only human, and the people they've hired to find him are much, much more. Somewhere in the city, a man with the hammer is being hunted.
I made a joke. It looks like the Serpent Society because they're all wearing green.
That is, the head of the serpent.
That's what I thought they were going for. Yeah,
that's definitely. It is reminiscent of back in the day when the Serpent Society had like their own like army, like their henchmen. That's what they looked like. So,
I think that may be where he's doing.
But I'm intrigued. For now,
it's a fun book.
I think so. Again, I like the idea of playing with a character who's so established. How much more can you do with that character, right? I think, one of the biggest, other than this, I think one of the biggest recent, changes to Thor was the whole Jane Foster thing. And that was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, why didn't nobody think of this before, type of thing. Obviously, we've thought of this before. There was a time when Walt Simonson was writing the book where Thor died. Anyway.
Well, I mean, that's every comic book, isn't it?
Every comic book character.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right. Absolute Wonder Woman number 12.
Year of 12. And I just got to say, before we get into it, that
Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman are the... Kelly Thompson's writer. Hayden Sherman is the artist.
Yes. And just so fantastic. And ending it here is so perfect. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. It was such a good end to a year. I can't... Well, and now... So... I think next week we're going to catch up to Batman and Superman.
Yeah, I had Batman, but I just forgot to bring it last week. Otherwise, we'd be talking about it tonight.
Yeah.
But she's in, last we saw, she's fighting all the fishmen. She's using the trident of Poseidon. Her and Clea are fighting, and she's trying to tell Clea, like, hey, you're not... The reason why you're having such trouble is because you think these things belong to you. You're eating your fish people. She realizes that she's Atlantean.
Yeah.
So
her response to that's great because she's like, actually, they regenerate their limbs. She's like, they regenerate their limbs.
Yeah.
So,
it's a great honor.
Yeah.
But she sends a rock with Ferdinand and says, go, find my sister and stuff.
Io,
and she's just trying to fight him and stuff, and they go back to...
Oh, and she's like, I don't want to leave you alone. She's like, I won't be alone with all these fishmen.
I got another...
All these men fish.
Yes. Yeah, what did she say? She says...
I won't be alone with all these men fish, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not alone. Look at all these men fish. We will meet again, yeah. And she... So he follows the rock back to the thing. They all walk out, and Petra the siren is freaking out because she doesn't know where she is, and he goes out and calms her down.
Yeah,
so that everybody's
because
everybody around is like dying, or not really.
They just can't hear because they're covering their ears because she keeps screaming.
Everything was fine until you got here. Was it, though? You're trapped inside a prison, cut off from your natural habitat, your homeland, eating your own menfish. They heal and regenerate limbs. How else would we survive? They know it is an honor. And she goes, I am going to bring you what you ache for more than anything else. Water, how did you? It's not just, but it's the Pacific Ocean.
Well, and then, and when that's important, too, because when she says she describes her justification,
Yes.
because Wonder Woman brings it up later when she's like, yeah, but Io and Ferdinand were in similar situations that didn't corrupt them. So
you were a monster.
She's
in
on
this
thin
maze,
ice.
But are
pretty
you a
much.
monster
Yeah.
outside it? I'm willing to take the chance and find out.
She pretty much is like,
you will find me less
You're a
accommodating if I see.
oh, damn it, I was trying to. I was going for
Also,
it, man.
it's girls. Why are you taking these boys?
Damn it, man. Anyway, what were you saying?
You will find me less accommodating if I see you are still a monster when given your freedom, Clea. The choice is yours. So they all leave, and finally she says we're out of time. The water's coming. Io needs to go through the door. She does, and she gets zapped by lightning and seemingly vaporized.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here reading this. I'm like, what the
Damn.
fuck?
I was like, whoa.
Come on. And Steve is like, I don't know. She comes out of the water.
Because I thought, like, this really means, like, she has to be. Because it's implied, like, she has to be the last Amazon.
Yeah.
So if another Amazon enters that threshold.
Our world, yeah.
Boof.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking
She
too.
was trapped
kind
in the
of,
maze. Yeah.
But so
Yeah,
she comes
absolutely.
out of the thing and she goes back to the place, and they're like, "Hey, where's my sister?" And they're like, "She just vaporized." She's like, "No." She goes over like, "Hey, if you ever have anything,
Yeah, she prays to be like, hey, let me
Show
know
me a
that she's
sign.
alive. Yeah.
And well, that's quite fucking biblical.
Yeah, that was good.
And this fucking dove brings like a olive branch.
Yeah.
Then we see Io regenerate in this very Greek-looking area, and I'm not gonna lie.
Or teleport, I would say, probably.
Right, she she teleports. She
Yeah.
was clearly teleported. But my first thought was that she was being brought before Zeus.
Yeah, I thought that too with the lightning bolt.
Right?
Yeah.
I did not. It's not very clear, but you can, knowing what I know, you can see the figure in the background.
Honestly, for a split
You can
second,
tell it's a woman if you know.
for a split
Yeah.
second with that first lightning bolt,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something with like Shazam or something like that. Somehow.
I thought it was going to be Zeus because
Or
Zeus
that,
is
or
lightning.
Zeus,
yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. So she goes, Io? And she looks up, and it's fucking Hippolyta.
Yeah.
Hippolyta.
Hippolyta.
Whatever.
That's what I think it's pronounced.
But bless you, Hera. I've seen her. She's alive. And Themyscira.
Yeah.
Now.
And they're like, Diana lives, Diana
Yes.
lives. They're all chanting.
But then
And then we get a post-credit scene.
Dr. Poison gets the suit she wants, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. We see, I think that's probably Giganta, or
Yeah.
whatever her name is.
I'm not familiar with Wonder Woman.
Some
villains.
sort of tiger. I don't know who that is.
That's a crocodile with a wig on it.
But Zatanna, it looks like you're
Yeah,
finally going outside
yeah.
after all, Zatanna, because I'm going to send you to kill a witch.
Yeah, that one I was like, what?
I am pretty
Zatanna?
excited, dude, because Zatanna's a cool character, man.
Yeah.
Yeehaw, man!
Yeah, looking back
Books!
on it, a whole year of Absolute Wonder Woman, I think. And we'll talk about Absolute Superman number 12 and Absolute Batman 12.
When we get there, yeah.
Next time we get to record. But honestly,
Yeah, before we sign off, let's talk about our first year and how we feel. Like, you go first.
excuse me.
You were already going.
Well, yeah, at least for Absolute Wonder Woman, I think, yeah, consistently it's been in my opinion, and you'll say this too, it's probably consistently been the best book.
Yeah.
Of Absolute. Now that's, I mean, I don't hold that issue, the little backup issue, like the filler issue against Absolute Batman as much as you do.
I don't anymore. At the
Yeah.
time, I was just like, you got to be fucking kidding.
Yeah.
Because you did have a year
Yeah.
to get it ready. Come on. And here's the other thing, too, is Dragato's been the main artist, like, for most of the other
There's
issues.
A couple issues.
Anyway,
here.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good book for us to really jump in. And honestly, I think it is a really fun book for any. Like, let's be honest. Why does DC? I mean, I know DC's known for like doing the graphic novels and Elseworlds and things like that. But yeah, that's kind of the thing with DC is they like to do these kind of universes. And I mean, there's a couple examples. I mean, I got Earth 1 books over there, which was like I think in like 2011, 2012. That was an initiative to be outside of the New 52 and it to be this whole thing. And I feel like there's an obvious reason why they reinvent these characters, these iconic characters like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And this is this book is a great example of getting two people who don't read Wonder Woman. The only time I've really ever seen anything with Wonder Woman or read anything with Wonder Woman is usually in the Justice League, or So I never really read solo books for Wonder Woman. She's never been a character that I really read.
I bought a couple every so often.
Yeah, coming in with no expectations on this book, I think.
Jesus fucking Christ, man! You got a frog?
Oh, Hera.
By Hera.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically what I was trying to get at with that was just it does what it's supposed to do. It introduces you to a whole different set of superheroes, a whole new universe, and a whole new Wonder Woman that is, like you and I have talked about, is smart. Just smart, top to bottom. A smart, well-paced series. I never felt like anything was dragging. I never felt like there was a bad issue. I really, really thoroughly have enjoyed it.
Yeah, Marvel tried to do this back in the late 90s aughts with the whole Heroes Reborn initiative. Really what that was about was let's bring back the guys that we ousted and went and changed the whole comic industry and made themselves millionaires because they owned their own shit. Let's bring them back and give them creative control.
Yeah.
And that was the dumbest thing ever because those books fucking sucked ass. They were just fucking terrible, man. And they rightly brought them back. And, the reason why is because it was a blatant money grab. It was like, hey, if we got these guys' names on these books, they'll sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the impetus behind them doing this absolute stuff is. I know it has to do with the all-in. Every DC book has the all-in thing on it, and it's like, I don't know what that is. I don't really care. All I know is that we started off with Batman, and I believe Wonder Woman was second and Superman was third as far as release time. Wonder Woman came out, but I missed it. So I did get issue 2 and 3, and then we had to wait for the black and white reprint to come out of number 1, which I think, to be really honest, made me love the book more than I might have because it was so sterile
and simplistic. Yeah.
You like the art, you could tell without any color that the art was just gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
You could tell with the line work and everything. And it was, to me, it just starts off just wham, bam, here we go. This is a giant fucking axe that I have now. This fucking arm is fake, but I'm going to remake it now. I'm using magic, and
I grew up in the underworld
right
on
from the
last
fucking
Amazon.
get-go. It was bam, 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 here we go. This is going to be awesome. But it was also, you're right, it's very smart, it's very well-paced. So Wonder Woman truly was the third one that we got going because we had to wait for that first one before we started reading it, and then we got to read like 3 in a row, which was cool. But Batman was like that too. That first Batman was like, holy shit. And Superman, not so much. Superman took a little bit to get going. I still rank them. It's hard to rank Wonder Woman and Batman because I love them both so much. I'd have to say Wonder Woman just because of that filler issue of Batman. That's really it. They're both so good. And they're both so daring.
Yeah.
Superman is right there too, though. But I think it's got to be third on the list.
I mean,
just because it started off, it took a little while to get going and whatnot.
Yeah.
But to me, sorry, to finish up.
Yeah.
To me, Wonder Woman is the best one because it's a character that every other character, every human should strive to be. To be truthfully honest, she is written and she is a character that we should all strive to be. Her compassion, kindness, and also bravery on top of all that. And I think I love the way they draw her, how they characterize her. I love the way her rogues have been coming in and out.
Yeah.
But they're not quite the same.
Yeah.
The whole Clea thing, the whole Dr. Poison. I mean, just every fucking storyline has been bringing us to this moment where, oh my God, they're all perfect and fine, and they're just living in Themyscira. What's really going on here?
Yeah.
Why was she really sent to hell? Anyway.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to the next year. I have the annuals for all three on my pull list, so we'll get those when they come out. I'm very curious to see what the hell you're going to do with an annual. But I cannot wait for you to read Absolute Batman number 12. I cannot wait. I am sorry that it took me a week.
Well, I had spoiled for me what I think the Joker looks like.
No. Joker is not in this issue.
Oh, he's probably in 13, but
I don't know.
I'm interested to see the Absolute Batman annual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are they going to do?
Yeah, because it's Daniel Warren Johnson.
I will say this about 12. Issue
Excited
number.
about that.
The last time we saw everybody,
Oh,
Bane showed
yeah.
up to his friends.
So I
house.
imagine I know where this is going, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, because
That's all.
I could kind of figure
Not
out
gonna
what.
say anything else.
At the end of the last issue, I was like, I see what he's doing. And like I started to develop the idea of like I know it's. I'll read it.
One of the things about Batman that I love, the Absolute Batman book that I love, is first of all, Scott Snyder clearly loves Batman.
Oh,
and
yeah.
is, you know what I mean? Like he's very.
It's good to see him doing
He's
it.
well versed.
again.
Yes, he's well versed. So he's really, and Nick Dragata has been helping to plot this series. So good on him. I do like his art. I think his art is perfect for this series.
You should read East of West. It's really good.
But
No,
you should watch The Wire.
It's
But-
fucking.
Fuck you. I am one of the things about the Batman book that I think has been really good is how it gets to the same place that Batman is in the regular DC universe, but the way that it gets there every time is it's such a odd way of getting there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And issue 12 is one of my favorite
I think
issues of the series so far.
I think that series really is Scott Snyder just fucking cutting loose.
I love it,
He
man.
drove a fucking elevator shaft.
I love it.
An elevator shaft. He took his ears and stabbed a dude in the face with them.
He's got a giant fucking axe on his fucking chest.
By the way, we were so wrong. I'll say that a year in.
so
Absolutely
two
wrong.
years ago, when we first heard of this, we got wind of it, and we saw that stupid fucking bat symbol. We were like, "Oh, this is gonna be horse shit." Look at us now,
I will say
singing the praises.
those three books are still the best.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying Martian Manhunter, but
I have completely bought. I have jumped off both the Flash and the
and
Green
Green
Lantern
Lantern, don't
ships.
care.
I don't care.
don't care. You know what I would love? Absolute Cyborg. Give me that. Let's see what we can
Oh,
do
there's
with
an absolute. You'll see.
that.
it in-
Absolute Evil.
Yes, I don't know what
That's
that
the
is.
evil Justice League in the Absolute universe.
I'm going to make sure that's on my pull list because I missed. Remember, that was when we first started doing books again for real. Was when the Absolute books started coming up. So about a year ago is how long we've been doing
Yeah.
books again, which is
Yeah, we
good.
kind of kicked it off with the Absolute.
I really, a year later, I gotta say, I'm really enjoying being able to read books and talk about books with you because I don't have anybody to read comic books and talk about with. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
I don't. So it's nice to be able to, like, and I know you love comic books like I do. You're a fan of the medium. That's why I like books like this.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about with. That's why I loved Absolute Martian Manhunter because and I've said it on the show. I love.
Javier Rodriguez is one of my favorite comic book
I
artists.
absolutely love
I see what
books
you did
that put. I've been doing it for a bit. No, I just keep saying it. I keep saying
I
absolutely love
it.
Fuck. What was I saying?
You're talking about Martian
Oh yeah.
Manhunter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those are examples of it. Yeah. yeah, I love. You're
the
right.
panel work.
And it is fun to talk about the medium because, like I've always said, like there are a few things where it's like I will always love to pick up a comic book and read a comic book, and it is kind of weird because it makes me think about because I've been watching Batman Brave and the as we're wrapping it up here. I've been watching Batman Brave and the Bold with my son.
The cartoon.
Yeah,
I fucking love that series.
with Diedrich Bader. Yeah.
Ambush Bug is in the very last episode.
Well, dude, one episode we were watching, I was laughing because he fights Sportsmaster. It's like I love that he fights the most vague fucking villains
Dude,
sometimes.
Brave and the Bold was so good for introducing on
It's
screen
good for kids because
all of the dorkiest characters,
and
dude.
it's because it's and I think about this a lot too because it's like it's smart because just like with that Spidey and Friends and Iron Man and Friends or whatever, it's okay. You get these kids. How do you get kids interested in these characters?
Yeah.
You know, this is how you do it. You show these things. But the Brave and the Bold, it's smart. It's like the 66 Batman where it's like show a fun, campier side of Batman to get kids interested into these characters cuz
yeah.
I mean, like
it's a step removed, honestly, from the '60s TV show.
It's very much in that vein. The
yes.
music, the art style, everything is
He
very
pulls
much
shit out like anti-shark,
and it's funny.
anti-bat, anti-shark
Dude,
repellent,
the
or
second
whatever.
episode has Plastic Man, and it's a Batman team-up show. It is
Yes.
literally a Batman team-up
Every show, and the best, to be honest, the best part about that show, I say that a lot, to be honest, but the best part about that show,
Absolutely. And water in my mouth.
every episode of that series has a cold open, which is a sequence
Yeah.
of him and another hero fighting. And almost every episode, that cold open is one hero, and then the episode is another one.
Yeah.
Now, there's been a lot where the cold open relates to the actual episode itself, but generally you're like, okay, we're going to get Hawk and Dove for the fucking cold open.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get fucking
Well, anyway,
Plastic Man for the episode.
well,
You know
no,
what I mean?
the second episode was great because and I'm watching it with Lincoln, and it's fun because I keep
This should have been in your long box.
it should have been.
Fuck.
I keep joking about it because I joke about I'm like I have if only I could use this DC knowledge for something. And it's funny enough, it's watching that show with him being like, yeah, that's Plastic Man. He can stretch and stuff. And he's like, oh, yeah, he's stretching. But there was a few times watching that show, I got some genuine laughs where I was just like, okay, that's pretty.
Oh, is it the elongated man and Plastic Man fight?
No, but that
Where
is in it, and I know it.
They're
Yeah.
not
I'm
fighting.
By the
yeah.
way, I've only seen clips.
They're
I've never
competing.
actually watched the show, so I'm actually
Oh, wow.
watching it with him.
It's a good
I've seen
show.
clips. But
It's actually good.
the part that made me laugh is they end. So they're fighting. So they're fighting Gorilla Grodd, who's flying pterodactyls because they're on
course.
Dinosaur Island.
Duh.
So they go to Dinosaur Island and they show up and there's a T-Rex and Plastic Man looks at the T-Rex and his mouth drops. His jaw drops, but the jaw drops so much it's out of frame, and I fucking cackled at that. Because I'm like, because usually you see the bottom of it, but I love the idea of the joke of like, it drops so far it's out of frame. Like, you can't even, And the fact that they got SpongeBob to be Plastic. First of all, Diedrich Bader is a great Batman.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, watch Brave and the Bold if you have kids.
He, to be honest,
Or Brave and the Bold
let me
if
say
you...
that one more time. The
Absolutely.
the Lego Batman, the Lego Batman characterization or whatever.
He loves that movie, too.
Also from the Lego movie itself,
Yeah.
which is kind of where that started. I think a lot of that has a lot owes a lot to that Brave and the Bold cartoon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think Diedrich Bader took the Kevin Conroy Batman
Yeah.
and injected humor into it, like a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, wink into the audience type of thing.
Well,
'cause
he has that
does
great
a lot.
deep voice.
Yes.
But it is very much like
And there are many times he says shit like, that doesn't make any
Batman
sense.
doesn't eat nachos.
Yeah, you know what
shit
I mean?
like that,
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that Kevin Conroy, Diedrich Bader,
Oh my God.
Will Arnett in Lego Batman, right?
Fucking, I forgot to mention, Plastic Man's origin in that fucking show is he was in the Kite Man gang, which I'm like, there was more than one.
All right, you ready to end this shit?
And then he fell, and then I looked at Lincoln. I go, "Oh, it's the classic Fell into toxic waste.
Happens every
time.
fucking time.
I tell you what, man.
You know what?
I had a friend once. He
You
fell
know
into
me.
toxic waste. You're never gonna believe what happened. He's dead. Don't jump into toxic waste. You won't get superpowers.
That's fucked up. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.